All right, y'all. From the West Coast to the East Coast and everything between, folks. You are live with Lonzo, the Godfather of West Coast hip hop. From Eve after dark to concerts in the park. This is how we do it, y'all. Me and Dusty every Tuesday and Thursday sometimes, depending on how the weather feels, depending on what we got to talk about. Dusty, come on, help me out right quick.
What up, my man? How you feeling today?
Man, I'm feeling pretty good, dude. I'm feeling pretty good. Got a few things going on. It's always something moving around here for me. I ain't mad about nothing.
Love it, love it. Let's jump right into it, man. I got my hood piece shirt on. You got the hood piece background, and it is perfect for today's topic. Thank you, Rashard. Rashard says Immediate Future Slams. That's one of my new songs. Appreciate that, man. 4 people lost their life this weekend at a party in Inglewood. And I know, talking with you offline, that you have a personal connection to this, and it could have been a much worse situation. But talk to me, man.
Man, it was just I don't know. I guess it was just God working in a mysterious way. My buddy called me Sunday morning. Hey, man, you hear about them folks got killed in Inglewood? I'm like, no, I didn't hear nothing about that. He said, yeah, man, 5 people got shot, 4 of them died at a party in Inglewood. And I'm like, damn, I'm sorry to hear that, dude. Blah, blah, blah. We talked about it for a minute, how crazy youngsters are, and we left it alone. My sister lives in Inglewood. I called my sister and to see what she knew about it. She says, shit, I know a whole lot about it because that was my granddaughter's cousin that got killed. I'm like, what? And I don't know the guy personally, but I have met him at family gatherings. And it just kind of stuck because I talked to my sister and she told me that my niece and the young man was very, very tight. And she wanted to go to the party. And he told her, this ain't your kind of party. No, you can't get the address. And because of him looking out for her, she's not suffering any extra PTSD from seeing him getting shot. She's already suffering enough from knowing that he died. But to be there and witness that kind of stuff can really mess a person up. See somebody that you care for die like that, and to be a part of that situation. And like I talked to her this morning, she said she'll come on the line and talk about him, because and I think that's one of the parts that people, when these guys go out here and do this damage like this, they don't understand there's a family attached to these people. And these people aren't abandoned. They're not orphans. They're not unloved. They're loved by a lot of people. And the pain that you cause by doing what you do it's just a big ripple effect that's ridiculous, man. And here we are in 2022, and we're already back to the bullshit without without missing the step, man. And it just amazes me how there she is right there. How we can be on this bullshit at this point in time in our lives. Here she is. Hey, Lonnie. I hear you. I see you supposed to be there. Lonnie, can you hear me? This is her first time using this program, folks. So my niece says she takes her time about getting it together. I see your name. She's ready to go on screen. Don't see her, though. Don't hear her. You on the phone, babe? Can you hear me? I'm going to take her off.
Can you hear me, Lonnie?
I'm going to take her off for a second until I see her. But yeah, I see her. She's over in the dugout. So, and I see her in the dugout. I'll bring her back in or give her another test when I think she's ready to come in. Yeah. Oh yeah, man. This is sometimes when you think you have no attachment to something, man. I didn't think nothing about. My boy called me. I thought nothing of this, and to know that this guy is indirectly connected to me is like, damn. That was not something I was thinking about that morning. I woke up. I just did my 5 mile walk.
Lonnie joined.
There she go. Here she go. Hey, Lonnie, how you doing, baby?
Good.
You all right?
Yeah, I feel a little bit better.
That's my friend. We call him Dusty Vision. That's my niece,
Hello.
Lonnie.
Hey, Lonnie.
You were pretty close with T-Rob, right?
Yeah, I was close with both Jaden and T-Ron. T-Ron was my first cousin That's my aunt's son, and yeah, since diapers.
Wow. And
Yeah.
you inquired about going to the party, right?
Yeah, usually when I get off of work late, we all link up. Me, him, and Jaden and another homie. And this time go around, it was Friday and he just called me out of nowhere and he was like, "Hey bro, it's a party Saturday." And I'm just like, "Oh, it's a party Saturday? Like, where's the invite? Send me the Addy." He was just like, "Oh, I'm not gonna go." I'm like, "You not gonna go?" He was like, "I don't know." I said, "Well, if you go, send me the Addy." And when it came to time to go and I asked for the Addy, he said, "No, you're not getting the Addy." I'm just like, "Why?" Because he was like, "It's not your crowd." I'm just like, "Okay."
What do you think he meant by that? I mean, obviously it wasn't your crowd. What do you think he meant by that?
Well, all my life, since I went to Culver City and was raised in a good neighborhood, I've always been whitewashed and never been around gang activity, Although I have gang members in my family, I've never been around that type of thing. And I guess the girl that had the party, it was somewhat gang, so he didn't want me around it.
Okay.
So
Okay. Well, I think he looked out for you.
he did.
And that's amazing. That's good that he did. And I was just telling my man earlier that by you not going, you didn't have to witness him being gunned down the way he was, and that's sad. That's sad that at 22 years, he was 22, right?
He would have turned 22 on the 26th of February.
Okay, right before his birthday, he gets killed, and I would hate for you to have to witness this. Bad enough you got to experience this, but to be there and actually witness that, or even worse, my sister and your mama both would be worth a damn right about now. So I'm glad he looked out for you. I'm sorry he passed. I'm sorry he went through what he went through. He got killed, but it's shit.
Yeah. But right now I don't have a car, and like my grandmother told me yesterday, and I didn't even think about it, because if I had a car, I would have been there. I would have been like, I'm pulling up on you. And he had turned off his location so I wouldn't find him, because it's like me and him, we will always be close together no matter what. If he's somewhere, oh, I'm going. And I know, like my grandma said, if I had a car, I would have been over there. It was only 9 minutes away from my house. And I know.
Wow. So he knew that wasn't your crowd. Now, were the girls, you know anything about the girls who gave the party?
I know of the girls.
Okay.
But I didn't know them like that.
Okay. So we don't speak on nothing we're not sure about. So if they were gang related, we don't know. And we ain't going to put that out there. We're not going to say that. I'm not saying it. Don't say I did. She didn't say she don't know him, so we can't even speak on him. I'm just sorry. I mean, what kind of person does that if somebody kills them on their birthday? What kind of person does that?
A fucking animal. An animal. Excuse my language.
That is. I know his mom is still going through it. I don't even. I don't even know what questions to ask. Tell you the truth, I can't ask because I can't even sit here and, as a grown ass man in my right mind, there's no way I can justify. I can't break my brain cell down that low to explain why this happened. Gang activity. I mean, come on, man. Even the most notorious gangsters at one point in time always gave certain people a pass. Unless the girl had done some notorious stuff, she pretty much, hey, it's your birthday, babe. I'm not gonna do this today. But I guess that made it even worse, made it even bigger for him. I don't know how to explain this.
Hey, Lonnie, if I may send my condolences to you. I was literally just fighting back tears a few minutes ago listening to you talk, because I have a son that's your age. So it's a really sad situation, man. This is the stuff that keeps us up at night, and this is the stuff we should be fighting in our community. We really need to. It's really sad. My condolences to you. I don't have much to say.
It's a real tragic situation, and it was multiple gun. It was funny because I talked to another friend of mine today, and she's a realtor, and she said one of her houses that she's about to sell is on the same block. And her people heard the whole situation. Said it was like over 100 shots. Said it sounded like a war going on, and it just I don't know, man. I don't know. I can't really explain it. I can't. Damn sure can't justify it. And I don't know what nobody could have done to anybody that made them so mad, hated them so much they would go and kill 4 people and one on their birthday.
What I could honestly say about T-Ron was a person that didn't really hang around like a lot of people. T-Ron didn't like. It was just always like family. T-Ron wasn't the one that was associated with everybody. T-Ron, if you know T-Ron was very quiet to himself. No, none of that. And this just happened. It's like wrong place, wrong time.
He wasn't a gang member?
He was.
He was.
He was, but he wasn't out there, doing stuff. He claimed a gang, but he wasn't out there doing stuff like that. He was always home with me, my mom, and the kids.
Interesting. I think you said earlier he had a friend that went to the party too, right?
Yeah.
And I think he went to didn't want his friend to go by himself or something like that.
That's Jaden is his cousin.
Okay. Other guy.
And he kept saying, what I heard was Jaden was there and everybody was just like, at first he wasn't gonna go. Then he was just like, I can't leave Jaden by himself. I can't leave him by himself. So like I gotta go. And he just went. And then my other homeboy, he went as well, but he didn't get touched. He walked away from.
Did Jaden get shot too? Did Jaden?
Jaden was one of the ones that got killed.
So him and his partner got killed.
Him and his cousin got killed. Wow. And just hearing the story, because when I had gotten the news, I was sitting on the curb. I done walked. I left the house. I walked, and I just sat on the curb. And my homie came, and just to look on his face, his eyes was bugged, and he was just like, "Bro, it just happened so fast. Like, it just happened so fast." As he kept saying, and just to look in his eyes, and he was just like, "It was nothing I could do. There's nothing I could do."
Was the homie that came up to you? Was he there?
He was there. He was right beside T-Ron. He said I was right. He said he don't understand why the bullets. He said, why did they leave me? Why didn't the bullets hit me? He said I was right beside T-Ron, and he showed me how close he was, and he was like hecka close. And he said the bullets didn't hit him. And he's beating himself up, like, why didn't it hit me? And it was always Jaden, him, and T-Ron. Always.
So 2 out of 3 got killed.
Yep.
All right, folks. You hear this is the first cousin of one of the young men who got shot. It was the first cousin and his cousin, right?
Mm-hmm.
5 people were shot. 2 men and 2 women, apparently, and both of the men were connected. One is the young lady, my niece's cousin. Tehran's not directly connected to me. This is my niece on my sister's side, and on her daddy's side, and Tehran is on her mama's side. So technically, we're not connected, but we're connected through her. And I was blown away to even know we had something to do with this. I mean, when I heard about it, I was like, damn. And then when I called your grandmama just to see what did she hear about it, and come to find out that you had a connection to it, it just made me sit back and just thank God. I think about every time y'all go someplace, y'all want to go someplace, especially these days, I get concerned. I'm not happy till y'all walk back in the house, man. I'm not bullshitting. It ain't like it used to be. At 22, I was giving the parties. I was the oldest man in the room at 22. Now you 22-year-olds are getting mowed down by assholes with guns. It don't make no goddamn sense. Go ahead.
I hate that as us young people, we glorify having bodies and having guns and stuff of that sort. You know, not me personally, but young people as a whole, especially young boys.
You know, I don't understand what the attraction is. I got a meme. I'm on something I saw on Facebook today. I'm gonna take y'all out, put y'all on the side for a second, and put this up for a minute. This is something I saw today on Facebook. It's not full, but it says, before you pull the trigger, trying to prove a point, go sit your ass in the bathroom for 24 hours and imagine doing this for 25 to life. That's what it says. I didn't have time to resize it. It just came across my desk this afternoon on my, maybe I can blow it up. No, I still can't blow it up. Trying to blow it up, but the whole thing reads, before you pull this trigger, trying to prove a point, go sit in the bathroom for 23 hours and imagine doing this for 25 years of your life. And that's what the alternative is when you do this kind of shit right here. You end up going to jail for 25 years. And I'm going to bet you, I give them to the end of the month before they catch him. I give them to the end of the month before they catch him. Because this right here is some newsworthy shit. Although my man Dusty put a post up today that ain't nobody really covered it nationally yet. Okay. But because Inglewood can't have this, man. Inglewood can't have this. You got $1 billion stadium on the corner of Prairie. You got a new casino, $1 billion stadium, and the Forum refurbished to make it a tourist attraction. Do you think for 1 minute these folks are going to sit back and allow these brothers to run rampant through that city right there? Yes, you did it, but it ain't gonna happen for long. Trust me. And here's the part that's really gonna it's gonna piss a lot of people off. In 1994, when Joe Biden was a senator, the same president you got right now was a senator. He was part of the group that passed the crime bill, locked a whole lot of brothers up. Okay, whole lot of brothers up. Now, it seems wrong to do that, but if anybody remember 1994? 1994 was a bloody ass year. No, I'm sorry, 93, 92, 93, 94 was, by the time 94 hit, that's when they got tired of this shit. And they started coming with all kind of laws, gang enhancement, street strikes, whatever it's going to do to clean these streets up. And this is what you set yourself up for when you have these kind of activities, especially in a high profile city like Inglewood. You got an airport that's constantly being built on. You got a brand new stadium. You got the Super Bowl coming there. You got a casino. You got concerts coming down there. Do you think that they're going to let y'all continue to act a goddamn fool with all this money and coming in Inglewood? It ain't going. Got property value going through the roof. If you own a house, and I just talked to a buddy of mine who owns a house in Inglewood, bought the house 5 years ago, $500,000. Right now it's 1.1 million. Do you think they're gonna let you bring the property value down? What you think is gonna happen? What you think is gonna happen? You think they're gonna let you just keep on doing this haphazardly? Not gonna happen. Now Inglewood too small for that. Mm-hmm. Inglewood got too much money for that. This ain't Compton, baby. This ain't Compton. Okay. This ain't Compton. It may be a black man, but there's a whole lot of white folks got money invested in Inglewood, folks. It may be a black mayor, but it's a lot of white folks and a lot of powerful white people got a lot of money invested in Inglewood. It ain't gonna happen for long, and that's where everybody becomes. I'm not gonna say everybody becomes, but young black men will be targeted for shit they didn't do because they don't know who did it. They don't know who did it. And people's sons, cousins, brothers could find themselves in situations that they didn't belong in because they don't know who did what. And I don't want to go there, but I have to at least hint that kind of shit may happen, okay? Because back in the day, it was real hard for a brother to roll the streets of LA. All of it. You give a damn what you did. It was hard for a brother to roll in the streets of LA because police was stop and frisk, stop and search. They was on our asses. Okay, they were on your ass. And if you had any kind of gang activity, that's when the gang enhancement came into play. Right around that time, maybe not 94, but right around that time, that's when the gang enhancement came in. They let that shit go. Gascon has refused to prosecute so much stuff that I don't know whether people think that he's a punk or he don't care. But I tell you what, his ass will end up out of there, and they'll put a Hitler type some bitch in that some gun, and will nobody's ass be safe. I'm just warning you. I'm not here. When you live through it and you've seen it once already, you know it's possible. And with technology being what it is right now, shit. Lonnie, baby, go ahead and do your thing. I'm gonna finish my show here. Thank you for coming through, darling. I appreciate it.
No problem. Bye, you guys.
Take care.
All right. Bye-bye.
Whew, that was hard to listen to, man.
Dude.
And I'm just saying, as a friend of yours, I'm glad we're not having a different conversation because she could have went to that party, dude.
She could have went to that party, and the conversation could change. The whole focus could be different. The whole focus could be different. And the way things are going right now, man, it don't take nobody doing nothing. It don't take nobody doing nothing. You could just be fucking around and end up victimized by some asshole with a damn gun trying to make a name for himself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
My son is 19. I told him you can't put shit on your car but some gas. Okay.
Correct.
You can't do nothing in your car but put some gas in it. You might put a stereo, but you can't put no loud ass speakers in it. You don't need no attention. None.
Mm-hmm. Nope.
None.
Nope.
From the police or from these knuckleheads in the streets.
Mm-hmm.
And people, may feel sorry for them. Oh, they're this, they're that. Let them bring that pain to your house. See how you feel about them.
Oh my God, man! I'm gonna try to work through this lump that's just sitting in my throat after hearing her story, man. But that's crazy, man. Yeah, my son is about that age right now, and like you said earlier, you said something like you don't feel comfortable until they step foot back home. My son's in college now, so my 24 hours, I'm like, oh my God, like I'm checking my phone, like I think I'm giving myself anxiety, even though I know he's okay. I taught him to be a good kid and everything. For the most part, it'll be fine, but you just never know. He's a young black male in America, and targets are all over him. And sometimes I can't sleep, like just, you know what I mean? Like I get a text in the middle of the night, I'm like, oh my God, I'm ahead. I'm like, please don't be him, and it's somebody else. I'm like, okay, cool. You know what you said? You're never fully comfortable until they walk back into the house, dude.
And especially if you're a dad, man. We've been out in the streets. I'm not I consider myself a street guy, but I've been out in the street. I've caught my fades. I've been whooped. I done jumped on. I had all kinds. I've never really been jumped on per se. I've had fights, and maybe I was doing better than I was supposed to, and somebody else tried to help him, and that was another fade that I had to take when I was tired. But speaking of the devil, that's my son. I got to call him back. It's just a different time, man. I mean, nobody fights fair. One-on-one fight. If you're getting your ass whooped, the whole neighborhood jumps on you. If you lose the fight, you got to come back with a gun and shoot. I mean, these niggas think they Joe Pesci or some shit. They think this is a Joe Pesci movie. If you beat him, he'll come back with a stick. You beat him with a stick, he's gonna come back with a gun. He ain't gonna come back. He ain't gonna stop till he wins the fight. God damn, take an L. L is for lesson, not for loss. It's for lesson. I learned not to mess with him. That's your lesson. Leave him alone. Lesson, another one. Leave him alone. Not to mess with him. Okay. And it don't make you no punk. It don't make you. What was I watching today, man? I was looking at something today. Oh, it was a video on Facebook. I was watching today. Brother says they were out someplace and it was cold. They was in line going to get some meat by 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. Line of people in front of his hamburger stand, and 4 or 5 brothers, two or three big brothers, just got out the car, mobbed up to the front of the doggone front of the line, started ordering. Homeboy said his girl started talking shit. And hey, it's a line back here. He said, be quiet, baby. Chill out. No, it's a line back here, baby. Chill out. So the guy in front of him, his girl, start talking shit. It's a line and blah, 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 blah. And homeboy, after he ordered his shit, cold cocked her, knocked her the fuck out. Before her old man could say anything to come to her aid, knocked him the fuck out. Okay? So they both sleep, couples. They taking naps in the line. Now, homeboy said, he says, look, see that right there? He said, there's some people in the world that just don't mind going to jail. They don't care.
That's
That's us. A couple of knocked out individuals, okay? That could have been us.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes, and sometimes, man, sometimes you got to really think about what's really important, dude. What's really important? You got to think about what's really important. And sometimes people, sometimes, especially ladies, if they get on my ass, you want to. Sometimes you got to shut the fuck up. Okay? Sometimes it ain't working right, ladies.
Yeah.
I'm not a punk. I'm smart. Okay? Is the 2 or 3 minutes extra you gonna stand in line to get your order as opposed to getting knocked out by a fool that you obviously look and tell he on some other kind of shit. Okay? And you gonna look at me, I got to fight this motherfucker. I gotta get knocked out. If he knocks you out, I gotta get knocked out because I can't go back home and tell somebody knocked out my woman out. I gotta get knocked out too.
Damn, dude. You can't go home with nobody.
Think about it.
Man. That's
you can't tell your people, man, your girl got knocked out when you took off running. you gotta take an ass whooping and get knocked out too.
Oh man. Shout out to everybody in the chat. And I want to apologize. A couple of you said my mic sounds horrible. I know I'm speaking directly into my phone because my mixer's not working right now, but I'll be back to normal next week. Apologize for that. But let's keep it in Inglewood, Lonzo, because the Super Bowl is coming to the town. And like you mentioned, the big stadium, which I heard is an amazing stadium. But they're clearing out the homeless all around the stadium, like literally damn near taking fire hoses and clearing it out. So obviously when people come into town, they're like, oh, Los Angeles is beautiful. But they did something like that similar in 1984 with the Olympics. And I know you were around during that time. Tell me about that and how they were trying to hide the gang problem that LA had.
1984, the Olympics came to town. A few things happened. That was the start of the world-class wrecking crew. And I never forget, LA was a whole different place for about 3 weeks. LA was totally different for about 3 weeks.
Drizzle, 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 drone. Time for this one to come home.
I remember, man. I remember it like it was yesterday, dude. I remember it like it was yesterday. We was sitting around and we were just hanging out, man. And the streets were clean. The freeways were empty. You could hear, dude, 5 o'clock, you could go anywhere you wanted to go, okay? There was no, I think we got a caller. 5 o'clock, you could go on the freeway and it was no traffic. Why? Because they banned all trucks between a certain time. Trucks no trucks could drive on the freeway, doing between maybe noon and 5 or noon and 8 or something like that, okay? Don't hold it to me, but I remember that very vividly because all the trucks had to drive at nighttime to keep down the traffic, okay? I think we got a caller. That's what this is right here.
Yeah, go for it. We'll finish that story after. I got you.
Okay, hold on, caller. Hold on there. We coming. I got to find into this goddamn cord.
Sorry, we weren't fully prepared. Call in. The number is right there in the description, 424-256-9211. Lonzo's taking it back up. So just call.
Hello? Caller, can you hear me? They hung up. Call back.
Yes, man.
They called him back already. Caller, talk to me.
Thank you for using callmylostphone.com.
What the fuck is this?
The motherfuckers, they're fucking with us. Nice.
Hold on.
I love it. Little troll.
Caller, talk to
For
me.
using callmylostphone.com.
Man, y'all tripping. I ain't got time for that. Anyway, folks,
Nice try though. That was pretty good. From a former prank caller. I used to prank call radio stations all the time.
like Houdini said, the streets was clear. You couldn't find a good freak anywhere. Shit. It was like that, man. They took all the streets downtown and made them one-way streets. Okay, there was no two-way streets. It was one way, and it actually made traffic downtown so much better. It was because all the streets went one direction, and then you had to go the other direction, and there was no left turns. It was all right turns back then. All right.
Thank you, Rashard. Thank you so much, man. Rashard Cobb dropping 10. Thank you.
Much love, Rashard. I'm getting a call from Russia, man. Anyway, the whole city, cops was riding in the car 3 deep back then. They ride through the hood 3 deep to make sure they didn't have no problems. They kept their helmets on all day long. Hold on again. Tennessee is calling me. Tennessee, where you at? Hello?
Man, what's up, man? Hello.
Got you.
Oh, man, respect, brother, man. This is the White Mitchell, man. Me coming from the South, man, I've always been infatuated with these stories about Compton, Inglewood, Watts, because you have to look at it. Back in the 80s, a lot of cats from out of L.A. came to Tennessee, Nashville, Tennessee. And that's around the time, the drug thing was taking place. And, seeing a lot of them cats, from L.A. and being infatuated with that whole style just basically did something to a lot of us. And, one thing I want to say is this, when it comes to the gangbanging, me, I used to gangbang. I used to, claim a gang that's well known out there, rolling 60. And I was infatuated with that until it took me to go out there and to actually see the pain and the suffering that them guys went through, them brothers and sisters as well. And me coming back out here telling these cats, like, look, you got guys out there that's giving their lives up for this, man, so you can't be playing with this. Which me, I don't glorify it in any form, way, or fashion anymore. But to make a long story short is that now I'm out here advocating to the youth to basically stay away from that lifestyle, man, because you have cats, like you said on your podcast, you got cats that's doing 25, 30 years. And if you want to know that feeling, sit in your bathroom for 22 hours and you'll understand what them cats are going through. So, man, I applaud this man's show, man. I respect the podcast, man. I respect you, man.
Thank you. I appreciate
a lot,
that,
man. If it wasn't for you, it wouldn't be no Ice Cube, no Dr. Dre if it wasn't for you, man. It's mad respect.
Much love. I appreciate it, Doc. Much love.
Thank you. Hey, if I could ask you really quick, man, hit me up on Instagram, Dusty Vision TV. I'd love to talk with you about your story on my platform.
Yes, sir.
There you go. That's how we do it.
Dusty Vision TV on Instagram. Thanks, man.
All right. Much love.
Yes, sir.
All right, go for it. So you're talking about clean, one-way streets, all that.
One-way streets, man. Hoes got off of Figueroa. We got Michigan calling right now. We hot today, boy. Michigan in the house. What's up, baby? Talk to you. You live with Lonzo. Hello?
Hey, what's up, Alonzo?
What's up with you folks?
Yeah, can you hear me?
I got you.
Not much. I just called. Okay, I'm calling from Detroit. I was just wondering, back then when the record crew was on, did you guys ever come up to the Midwest like Detroit, Chicago, Cleveland?
We did Chicago. We played we played a spot over in Chicago because I remember going to the barbecue spot not far from there. My phone keep ringing. Oh, that's my phone. That's my other phone. We played Chicago. If you name the spot, if you name a theater in Chicago, I can recall it, but I can't think of it offhand. Never went to Detroit. Played St. Louis, Kansas City, Missouri. Didn't play Kansas City. That's as far as we went, Doc.
Oh, okay, let me ask you this. What was your reaction to seeing yourself get portrayed? What did you think about the actor on Straight Outta Compton?
I thought he
like
did
when you first seen it.
I thought he did a good job, man. It was funny. I met him the day before the scene actually was shot. So I was able to give him a little Lonzo lesson right before that. Him and Dre shot that scene.
Okay.
And so yeah, I did get a chance to meet him. Got a chance to talk to him. He said he had been studying me on YouTube, trying to get my mannerism down, Pat. But he didn't understand how I talk when I get pissed off. And I said,
because honestly, he was one of my favorite characters, man.
Oh, thank you, Doc.
Little bit on the screen. I was like, damn. I said, Lonzo Snake was cool, and I think right after that, you did a interview on Vlad.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn. I said, Lonzo, he cool as hell. I mean, the stories you got to tell, man. Like you and Yella just seemed like, because I bought his book.
Okay.
I won't buy yours too, but I had bought his book, and Yella just seemed like, even on the guy portraying him, he just seemed just like a real cool dude. And it seemed like you guys, I don't know your relationship now, but it seemed like you guys, y'all could have had like a little, it's like y'all had like a funny relationship as far as like the movie, like it was like a comic kind of relationship.
Yeah.
Like
Yella,
how true was that?
Me and Yella still cool to this day. I talked to him today. Well, he hit me up today about a phone number. We talked today. We're gonna do some book tours together, some book signings together. In fact, he told me, he said he want to come back to the Wrecking Crew. No bullshit on everything I love. He want to come back and do some shows with me and clientele. And we had planned on doing it. We thought COVID was only a 2 month. We talked about it when COVID first hit, before it became a 2-year pandemic. But we definitely in communication. We're talking more now than we have in a long time. And especially after he got his book, because I was able to help him get some of his things done with his book. And we've always been cool like that, man. We ain't got we never had a beef, man. Wrecking Crew never had a fight. I never had to break up a fight between Dre and me. We talk shit to each other all the time,
right?
But we never had a fight. Another caller, Doc. We get this other caller right quick.
All right, thanks a lot.
You got it, baby. What's up? You live with Lonzo. What's up with you, folks?
Where'sMyCellphone.com.
Hello?
Goodbye now.
Oh, yeah. See, that's that bullshit. See? Hey, man, come on, man. Come on. Do that to somebody else. I ain't got time for that bullshit. Here we go. Hello? Hello? Where you calling from? Hello, Doc. Where you at? He hung up. He got nervous. If y'all gonna call and play on the phone, man, come on. Call somebody else for that bullshit. I'm too old for that shit. I'm here for a reason. I'm trying to have some fun, drop some information, drop some game. If you want the game, fine. If you want the bullshit, man, call somebody else. Call one of them goddamn porn lines or some shit. Play with yourself online. Leave me the fuck alone. Anyway, I keep getting hit about, what was that now? You muted, man. I can't hear a word you saying.
Sorry, man. I was muting myself so the background doesn't come in.
Okay.
My bad. You were saying the streets were clean, one-way streets.
Man, it was a whole different city, man. It was like living in goddamn Emerald City. Like living in Emerald City in the Wizard of Oz. You didn't recognize it, man. The holes, they washed the holes up and everything. The hole was clean. They washed it, they cleaned them up the whole night. It was even the crackheads back then crackheads hadn't even really hit that hard yet. But the few crackheads we had, they tucked them away in the shirt. It was like back then, at that point, if you did something, you pretty much gonna stay in jail till after the Olympics is gonna be over with. If you went to jail, you didn't get home till they put the fire out. You might not have went to trial till they put the fire out. Okay, that's how they was doing this shit. I mean, the Olympics is a big deal for any country that get a chance to host the Olympics. It's a big deal, man. Any city hosts the Olympics, so you got to put on your best foot forward every day of the Olympics. You can't have no bullshit. The worst thing you can do is have some kind of incident that one of them people, one of them visitors get hurt or get robbed or some shit. I know people did, but they kept that shit out the paper. But you can't let major incidents happen during a situation like that. Just like the Super Bowl. This Super Bowl is a big ass event, man. We on the Super Bowl, and since I can recall, I don't ever remember the Super Bowl. Okay, so we got a brand new stadium built, completed in time. They even finding a way to put the COVID to the like. Now fuck that. COVID ain't motherfucker. Get a mask, get a shot, get your ass down. Do you know how much the tickets are for this shit?
Like I've heard upwards of $6,000. Like I've heard
that's $6,000. That's getting to the arena. Okay, that's nosebleed. I just got a call today. I was calling a buddy of mine today, works at the Hollywood Park Casino. Much shout out to you, Robel. He told me that Hollywood Park Casino has been rented out for that day, for the day of Super Bowl, by a private company. I heard this before. Private company has rented out the Hollywood Park Casino, and parking before a certain time, $300. $300 parking, $300 just to get started. That's like that's the pre-parking. If you buy it right now, it's $300. Okay.
Wow.
Why is y'all calling me? Hold on, man. Hello. That's that bullshit. Yeah, $300 to get started. If you buy it right now online, that's the low price of $300. Okay. We was talking about this today, man. The tickets, the parking is gonna start on Super Bowl Sunday at $150. That's early. That's early in the morning before the Super Bowl jump off. $150. Okay, and it's gonna go up from there. Okay. So, and that's just, again, that's advanced parking. That ain't got nothing to do with crunch time, halftime. It probably go down around halftime, but first two quarters, shit. You couldn't swipe something, baby. You couldn't swipe something.
Crazy. Wow. Hey, someone had a question, and I want to kind of lead that into the LA trying to hide the gang problem also at that time. But Head Honcho wanted to know if you ever heard or ran into OG Turtle from Santana Block.
I can't say I have. I can't say I ran into Turtle.
Okay. And the reason why,
why
he was on the documentary in 1984 that they did, where a dude came to LA right before the Olympics and tried to expose the fact that LA was hiding this gang problem, that hundreds of thousands of people were dying a year, and we're about to have the Olympics here, like, woo. But Turtle was a big fixture in that documentary. They went to Compton and interviewed him and sent some people from Santana Block.
Okay. No,
yeah.
I can't say
Nope. Sorry, Head Honcho.
Nope.
Yeah, man. But do you remember them trying to hide the gang problem too, as well as like the homeless issue back then?
They were, well, you wouldn't. I'm gonna use a different word other than hide. I'm gonna use a word more like try to suppress. Okay. That's the word the media would use, suppress, okay? Because the gangs they was in full swing. You gotta understand, 84 was a different time for gangs, because gangs hit LA about 72, 73. They were doing pretty good. By 84, they still was kind of okay, but they weren't as notorious as they were by 87, 88, okay? Crack was just starting to make his headway. They were still doing ether base. Ether base, one thing about black folks and drugs, if the shit's gonna blow you up, they ain't messing with that shit. And when crack first came out, it was based on ether, okay? And ether is very flammable. In fact, back in the day, in order to smoke crack, you had to dip your little thing in 151. And then that's how Richard Pryor got messed up. Okay, so Richard Pryor was the perfect example of just say no. Nigga said, in fact, say hell no. Okay, if getting high is gonna get you that messed up, oh no. And that was the first introduction to crack cocaine in the hood. Okay, if you watch Snowfall in the beginning, same thing. They talk about this. And it wasn't until they came out with the water base and it wasn't explosive, and that's when the shit went crazy.
Thank you, Stacey Walker.
Thank you, Stacey Walker.
Is that 5 pounds or €5?
5 pounds. 5 pounds.
There you go. All right, see, you're more well-traveled than I am, my man. And then Marlon Cozy, shout out to him. He shot us $10 earlier, too. Thank you so much.
Maybe €5. Okay. I don't know. I think
that's like $10. I don't know. Good looking out. Nice.
Thank you.
Hey, we got 80 people in the building. If you guys can hit that like button, that would be so dope. Propane had a question for you, Lonzo.
for
Let's
it.
get to Propane's question. He says, we need some info on that picture Battle Cat posted with that analog board he got from you.
That board was a board that I got. It was one that Battle Cat started off with when he was with me back in the day. It was the MG1212. A buddy of mine gave it to me to get it refurbished. I still have MG1212 tapes, and my buddy of mine let me get a hold of it for a good price, so I can try and get it refurbished and transfer these tapes. But that board is, like you said, it's an analog board, and even my buddy who had the board, Ralph, he used it because analog boards have a different feel and sound than digital boards. And unless you ever worked on an analog board before, you understand the difference. There's a big difference in the sound. Okay, they call it. It says there's a certain type of warmth that it has that you can't get from digital. Okay, and Battle Cat was doing my documentary a few weeks ago, and he was just talking about the board and blah blah blah, how he would love to get his hands on one. And I said, guess what, Cat? I got one in my garage. Okay, and I hooked him up with it. And we took a picture because his son and my son both are trying to learn how to make beats, and we just took a picture just for the posterity, man, just to show, hey, this is where your dad started, and here you are doing the same thing, and that's what we do, man. And me and Battle Cat been hanging out a lot more than we ever had in the last few years. He learned to appreciate my history. He didn't know it, and I've been blessing him with knowledge. He's been blessing me also.
That's what's up. Sun Ye says, Lonzo, you ever thought about getting back in music management production? That 80s vibe is coming back. And Dusty, your music dope, real-ish. Thank you, sir.
Hold on, we'll answer that question after this call. Massachusetts in the house.
Oh, shit.
Hey, live with Lonzo.
Thank you for using where'smycellphone.com. Goodbye now.
Oh, that's it, bullshit. Man, come on, man. You got shit else to do than that. That's all you got to do. That's all the fuck you got to do. Go play with yourself. Leave me alone. Stop playing with me. Go find your phone.com. Like I'm looking for my phone. I ain't looking for my phone, man. My phone's in my damn hand. The management thing, I do that. Actually, and truthfully, dude, I'm really contemplating doing something in the studio any day now. I'm just waiting for my boy to give me a call. I need to get probably have to give it to Arabian Prince though, because Arabian Prince would understand what I want to do. Me, Clientele, and Yella talked about doing some shit, and it's just a matter of time before we do it. Hold on there. You live with Lonzo? Who this? Hello?
Lonzo, what up? What up? Yeah, what up, Lonzo? This LS.
What's up, LS? Talk to me, Doc.
Got a question.
Go for it.
Have you ever been approached about a Wrecking Crew biopic?
No. No.
It's time. It's time. Believe it or not, man, it's time. I just want to say I'm a fan. Keep doing what you're doing and love the show, bro.
Thank you, Doc. I appreciate
Thank you, homeboy.
Appreciate you for calling, man. Much love. All right.
Thank you.
For sure.
All right. Don't have a biopic yet, but I got 2 documentaries in production. I got one in post-production and one in pre-production. In fact, they're interviewing Greg Mack and some other folks this weekend for my second documentary. Come on, Massachusetts. Hello? You're live with Lonzo. Who's speaking?
Thank you for using where'smycellphone.com.
Come on, man. God damn. Come on, dude. Come on, man. I got to be a silly motherfucker, huh?
One day we'll get a call screener one day. I used to I was a call screener on some major radio stations in LA, and
okay,
we used to get a lot of crank calls.
I don't understand why do that. I mean, are you just silly, just bashful, shy?
You're giving them they're like, to them right now, the Godfather of hip hop is talking about them right now at this moment, and that's exactly what they want. So
that's some silly shit because I don't know who the fuck you are. I can't give you your props. You dumb
You can't even
motherfucker.
get props, right? Yeah.
I can't get your stupid ass props. Anyway. I want to say, man, one of them actually said they want to have it done by the end of March. So they're in hump mode right now, producing, doing interviews, and the other one actually might be finished by the same time. So one of them been in production about 4 years, and one been in production about 2 years, and everybody's got different timetables on completion. One of them I'm doing myself, and with a backer involved, and another one is being done by an independent company out of Chicago, Real Sun Media. So it's all good.
Do you ever sit back as a hip hop nerd? I just thought of something. Do you ever sit back and just realize that right now what you've been doing for the past 3 years with this show is documenting hip hop, and that 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 years down the line, when people want to know where the origins of hip hop are, they're going to be watching these YouTube videos?
Yeah, man. You know, I've been doing a lot of thinking lately, man. I think about a lot of shit. I'm thinking about the fact that the Super Bowl in LA is going to be headlining by a brother that I discovered, and people that in my so-called downline that some of them know, some of them don't know. But it's a sense of pride on one end, and a sense of I'd love to be able to be backstage. No, I don't want to be backstage. I want to be out front and see it. I guess I will if everything goes smooth that Sunday, because I'm working on getting my ass in the Super Bowl. But yeah, it's just a sense of pride. But I would love to be involved some way, form, and fashion, just because that's the kind of guy I am. Okay, that's the kind of guy I am. I would like to be involved some way, form, and fashion, or be able to speak on it a little bit more. Maybe I'll come up with something on. If I ain't there, which I should be, maybe after the game we'll do something. Talk about it.
Easy Steve says, "Hey Lonzo, did you know Easy's ex Tracy? Do you ever talk to the daughter Evie?"
No, I don't know Tracy. Don't know Evie. Never talked to Evie.
You know, you mentioned Arabian Prince earlier. Why do you think, or maybe you know, why he wasn't really portrayed in Straight Outta Compton? I know there were stills that were supposed to be him, but his name was never mentioned. And from what I understand, he was a big part of the beginnings.
Right, he was. Arabian, they couldn't have pulled shit off without Arabian Prince. Arabian Prince, after they left me, he's the only one that had any equipment, because Trey didn't have no equipment, no drum machine, no keyboards, no nothing. Easy didn't have no drum machines, no keyboards, no nothing. I had all that shit. When they left, that shit stayed. They left, and Arabian Prince had everything they needed to create their first album, and he had the skills to operate it. The problem was Arabian Prince was a veteran in the music game. He was a member of Bobby Jimmy and the Critters. He had his own solo project, and he understood basic business. He knew that when he performed, he's supposed to get some money. He knew when records sold, he's supposed to get some money. And Arabian Prince did the same thing the Cube did, tried to get his money between Jerry and Easy, and they kept playing games with him. And Arabian Prince left and sued their asses 2 weeks before Cube did. And I guess that being the situation, I figured somebody figured he wasn't worthy to be in the movie because he sued him and then didn't play ball with him. And maybe they felt he was disposable. But there is a picture. Arabian showed me a picture of a remake of the picture of them on the Suzuki Samurai, and there's a guy portraying him on the Suzuki Samurai, but it didn't make the cut.
Oh wow!
So I think he said that even in one of those other pictures, there's a fifth member in the picture, but he didn't make the cut either.
And from what I understand, to this day, he gets residuals from his work. That's dope.
He still get paid.
Wow.
He still get paid. Yes, sir.
Nice.
Now, somebody asked about my boy Bob Dog. Bob Dog from the Uzi Brothers. Bob Dog died from a brain aneurysm. Bob Dog was a member of the Uzi Brothers, a guitar player, hell of a guitar player. And I'm gonna tell you who Bob Dog looked like. Bob Dog looked like Mob James. Bob Dog and Mob James could have been brothers. I was looking at a picture of Bob Dog the other day, and him and Mob James look a lot alike. Bob Dog had a curl though. He had a press and curl. But I ain't never seen Mob with no curl, no press and curl. But yeah, Bob Dog and they kind of favorite to me. And Bob Dog had an aneurysm and died a few days later. He was in the studio and he had an aneurysm.
Damn, man. Well, shit, I do have to call it a night at 7 tonight because I have something planned at 7:15. But Thursday, is this going to be the official Lil Flip interview? Look, we don't usually give people these chances, but apparently he called and really apologized, right?
Yeah, his people called and they apologized profusely. Hey, man, I'm sorry. And I'm probably going to do it early, man, because if everything goes cool, I'm going to do an early show. We're going to do an early show.
I'll be on notice, so just hit me up.
We'll do an early show, and that way, I think that was one of the problems we had earlier. Is that the time zones, and he does, they got things to do, and so do we. But and then we'll still do our show at 6 o'clock if need be.
Cool. All right, sounds good, man. Sounds good, dude. Well, shit. Shout out to everybody in the chat room. Thank you guys so much for the love. Shit,
much love, Willie Martin in the house. Martin Cozy, Martin Cozy. Much love to you folks. Man, I want to thank all y'all for supporting this channel, man. We're growing every day. We finally hit 12,000 after all this time, folks. We hit 12,000 subs, and that's a beautiful thing. It makes me feel good. Now I got to get 15. I ain't through yet.
Right.
I got to go with
15. We're going to keep going. And you know what, Lonzo?
You at 30, right?
Yeah, about 32. Yeah, 32, yeah. I got to add that 2 in there, man. It's hard to do.
I ain't mad at you. So, folks, spread the word.
Real quick, Lonzo. Someone asked where they can get one of the shirts I'm wearing. I put your email in the chat. Real Lonzo N.W.A. If you want one of these hood piece shirts.
Yeah. Let me know. I'll send you direct. They are $25. That's including shipping. And let me know. Hit me up on my email, and I will get them out to you. No problem whatsoever. We got a few of them left. I got some Wrecking Crew shirts. I got the book. I got all kind of stuff going on. So yes, folks, we would love to see promote that, and that's our main. That's something. This hood piece situation, I got kind of preoccupied, and I kind of backed off of it a little bit. But I think something we need to really start pushing this effort a lot more, folks. Not just from Compton, from a national standpoint, because if we don't push it, it ain't gonna get pushed.
You know what? Maybe we could, if you donate $25 to the show, get a hood piece. I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there. We'll put something together. We'll make it work. We'll make it happen, man.
You know what? That might not work because
never mind. We don't want to. Yeah.
Everything we do, they take 30%. So that's what.
There you go.
Yeah. We'll connect to make it happen. Cash App, I give Cash App. They 2%. I ain't mad. I appreciate all the donations, though. I appreciate all of them.
Much love.
That won't be Dre.
That won't be just Dre up there on the SP stage. Lonzo is a piece of that. Yeah, he said that's not going to be Dre. That's going to be you up there too, man.
Yeah, that's true, Doc.
But you're like, I really want to be up there, dang it.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
You want
to? Oh man, I spoke to Corrupt yesterday, man. Corrupt's coming on the show.
Get dog.
I spoke to Corrupt yesterday, man. When Battle Cap was here at the house, he had Corrupt on the phone, and he gave me the phone, and I said, "Hey, man, I'm going to be in Vegas Saturday to deal. Corrupt is doing a show, but I'm also doing a show, shooting an episode for my house party show, my police party show in Vegas Saturday, and Corrupt is doing a show after that. He agreed to come on the show and kick it with us when I get back. So I'm looking.
Oh man, Corrupt is my favorite West Coast MC of all time.
Oh shit!
Man, I just listened to an hour Clubhouse interview he did today, where he was just talking about death row, and I was just like, oh, that man, dude, is one of the goats, man. Corrupt. That's dope, dude. That's dope.
All right, there we go, folks. All right, folks. Much love to you, Dusty. Much love to everybody in the chat room. Much love to everybody. Extra love to those who donated, and much love for everybody for just watching the show. Please help us lock this show in, make it grow. Subscribe, follow, and share. Subscribe, follow, and share. Subscribe, follow, and share. Much love to all y'all, folks. In the meantime, this is Lonzo, the Godfather of West Coast hip hop. From the West Coast to the East Coast and everything between, folks. From Eve After Dark to concerts in the park. This is how it's do. This is how we do it, and this is how it's done. Peace.